Welcome back to another converting lesson. Today we're converting metric units of mass, which are related to customary units of weight. In metric units, we still have all the same prefixes as we always have. But as you noticed, there's generally a few that you use and a few that you don't. And with mass and grams, we're going to use the gram, the milligram, and the kilogram. And here are some examples of what those would relate to. A milligram is a very, very small amount. Think a breadcrumb, very, very small amount. A gram is a paperclip, and a kilogram is a loaf of bread, kind of a big one. A kilogram is around what 2 pounds might be. So to review converting metric units, remember, if we're going down, we are multiplying by a power of 10. We're multiplying by 10 for every step we're going down. And if we're going up, we are dividing by a power of 10. And it is 10 for every step that we're going up. So as an example, if I was converting 2.5 kilograms to, let's say, for instance, hectograms, which we probably would not ever do, I'm going to go from kilograms down to hecto, which is one step. So I would move my decimal one place to the right, and my answer would be 25 hectograms. And if I was going to do a similar dividing one that I would probably not use, let's say I had 2.5 grams, and I wanted to know how many decagrams that would be. I'm going to go from my grams, which remember is my base unit. Remember, your base unit is in the middle. Grams, liters, and meters. Today we're talking about grams. And I would go 1 up, which means I'm going to move my decimal 1 to the left. So I'd have to put my decimal here and my 25 hundredths, which also requires a 0 out front. So that's just a quick review of how you would do your conversions, same as you converted metric length. So let's try a couple examples. So let's start with our first one here, 3.5 kilograms to grams. So I find my prefix kilograms. So when I'm at kilo, if I go down 1, 2, 3, I get to my base unit, again, which is grams. So if I take my 3.5 kilograms, and I want to go to grams, I find my decimal, and I move it the same number of steps to the right. 1, 2, 3 down, and you'll notice that when we go down, we are moving to the right also. We go 1, 2, 3, and put our decimal here, which means we have to add our little zeros in our egg carton there. And our answer would be 3.5 kilograms becomes 3,500 grams. I shouldn't say it becomes 3,500 grams. It is 3,500 grams. You're measuring the same thing. If something weighs 3.5 kilograms, it is 3,500 grams. Okay. So let's take a look at our next one. So if we're going to look at 1,278 milligrams, we have to start way at the bottom of our scale. So milligrams to grams. So we are going up. 1, 2, 3. And you'll notice that when you go up, you are also going to the left. So 1,278 milligrams. And remember, our decimal is always, every decimal ever in history is always immediately to the right of the ones place. So we don't see it here. If it's not in sight, it's to the right, just like every decimal. So we need to move that decimal 3 places to the left. So we go 1, 2, 3, and our decimal goes there. So that then our answer would be written as 1 and 278 grams. Let's do one more before you get to go try some bookwork with this. So for our last one, we're going to convert the same number, 1,278, but this time it is grams to milligrams. So again, grams are our base unit, so we're starting here, and we're going to milligrams. That's down 1, down 2, and down 3. So we have to find our decimal, which again, as we said, is always immediately to the right of the ones place. And we're going to move it 3 places, 1, 2, 3, to the right, which means we have to add 1, 2, 3 zeros. So that gives us a number that's really big and a little bit difficult for me to write in this line, but we have now 1,278,000 milligrams. Now that might seem too big, but if you think about it for a minute, when we looked at here, 1 gram is 1,000 milligrams. That means 1,000 grams would be 1,000,000 milligrams. I hope that was helpful. Please remember to use your resources. You have a stair step to look at for converting these units, so please use that as you do your book work and then as you do your quiz. Good luck.